We are in a completely different and new foreign land for the first time ever on the vlog, and I'll tell you what, it is an absolutely beautiful one. Guys, just look at the views all around. For anybody that has this kind of a view every single day, I'm gonna formally say right now that I'm extremely jealous. So we got a super long adventure on today's agenda. We're actually going to be tripping from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where my wife and I have spent the past 5 days skiing and snowboarding. I do both. I both ski and snowboard. She skis right over at Jackson Hole. We actually just left Snow King Resort, where we spent the last 5 nights exploring everything that downtown Jackson and Jackson Hole as a whole has to offer. And I'll tell you what, it's easily now one of my favorite places to be. Anybody that loves the outdoors, which I feel like is most of you that are watching this channel, need to get here eventually if you haven't already been. So today we're gonna be tripping down from Jackson Hole to Park City, Utah, which is also one of my favorite places in the entire world, which is formally our second leg of our trip. This has been a 2-week winter adventure, and well, we're only halfway through, and you guys are coming along for the ride. So we're just gonna pop in here real quick and grab some breakfast. That was some good stuff there, guys. So it's super cool being here in Wyoming because I feel like the outdoorsiness is just on a completely different level. You look around and you see sleds on trailers, you see massive lifted trucks everywhere. It's almost like the embodiment of everything that I love in Pennsylvania, except intensified by like a multiplier of 10. So as I had mentioned, we have this Rebel that we're gonna be taking on the adventure. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm hoping that we can stop somewhere to potentially maybe hoon this thing just a little bit, but we're gonna have to take that as we progress on our travels because I have no idea what this trip looks like except for about this big on Apple Maps. Also, I wanted to shout out to SME Crew. It looks like they've had this Rebel in the past at some point. I actually went on their Instagram. They're based out of Italy, but I couldn't find any pictures specifically, although they're pretty cool. They are based on a group of motorbike enthusiasts. So shout out to you guys. I got the Rebel next, so perfect fit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my favorite place in the entire world, Park City, Utah. So yesterday the travels were absolutely phenomenal and the views were literally that of a Hallmark movie. That's what my wife kept saying. She's like, I feel like we are literally living a Hallmark movie as we were driving from Jackson Hole down to Park City. Now we are here for the second leg of what was our 10-day trip, but now is 5 days remaining. So today we are going to be doing some adventuring in the Ram Rebel. We have a few things on our to-do list. Unfortunately though, with rentals, they do not provide snow brushes, so we'll use this. Yeah, there we go. Drunken adventure is another man's treasure. Throw that there for later. Oh no. So here's the deal. I wasn't necessarily planning on vlogging during this trip. I wanted to use it as kind of a hiatus or as a time to just disconnect and relax for a little while. But I kind of felt like I'd be cheating you guys on some really exciting adventure. So I changed my mind. So here's a quick rundown of the rest of my trip. I'm in Park City, Utah until Friday the 3rd. Today is Monday and it's a pretty open day. My wife's inside working out and she's gonna be doing some things, enjoying what the hotel has to offer. And I basically have a free day. Tomorrow we are gonna be hiking. We're gonna be doing some snowshoeing and exploration of the general area. Wednesday, they're calling for 3 to 5 inches of snow during the day. And then at night on Wednesday, which is New Year's Day, they're calling for another 5 to 8 inches of snow. And then Thursday, the remnants of all of that snow will be falling to the ground or on the ground for everybody's enjoyment purpose. So Wednesday and Thursday are completely committed to snowboarding and skiing. I'll probably be snowboarding because I like to snowboard in powder more than I like to ski. Skiing is more tailored towards like the groomers and the days where there isn't a lot of fresh snow. But the cool thing about this trip specifically is it's early in the season for the ski and snowboard season. But the cool thing about this trip is we are getting a lot of fresh snow, or at least we're supposed to. The challenging part of booking a West Coast trip like this is you have to book it so far in advance, you basically gamble the weather. But anybody that books a ski or snowboard trip wants snow, and we're getting some, which I'm thrilled about. The last time I was in Park City, Utah was in 2011, and it's by far my favorite place in the entire world. I actually put a post up on Instagram just the other day saying it feels good to be back in my future home. A lot of you guys were confused confused about that. But basically what I meant is I will be moving here one day. I don't know when that day is, but I can promise you it is one day soon. So the plan for today is basically we're gonna take the Rebel out and we're gonna explore. Being that there is some fresh snow, I'm hoping to find some areas where we'll be able to get out and really stretch this thing's legs, because we have a Ram Rebel for a rental vehicle, so why would we not? And then we're also gonna make some pit stops on the vlog. One of the first pit stops is gonna be a place that you guys are probably pretty familiar with from some other YouTubers, and then the second place is Hoonigan Racing Division. We're actually not gonna be going inside, and we will be respecting the privacy requests of Hoonigan Racing Division, but that doesn't mean that we can't drive by it. I wanna see it, because Ken Block, to me, as probably many of you, is a massive idol. So 4-wheel high today, boys, and well, we are off. Let's get this adventure started. So real quick impressions on the Ram Rebel. I'm actually pretty impressed by this truck. I don't know if I would ever actually go out and buy one. I think I'd lean more towards the direction of a Ford Raptor, because I'm just more privy to boost rather than naturally aspirated applications. But this thing is super nice. I'm not even gonna lie. The interior is cool. I like all the red accents. It definitely feels very sporty. And surprisingly, on a road trip, we averaged like 15 miles to the gallon. The 8-speed transmission in this thing is very nice. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to drive one of the new Raptors, but I'd be curious as to how they would compare. The sights out here are absolutely incredible. If you've never been to Utah, I highly encourage that you do so, especially if you love the outdoors. You will not regret the decision, I promise. The last time I was out here in 2011, we did not get any fresh snow. It was kind of a little depressing, because you really hope that it snows when you go to the mountains, especially out west in ski towns like this. So now that it's snowing, and I know that there's snow in the forecast, I am thrilled. I'm actually having a really hard time containing my excitement. It's legitimately a winter wonderland. So I gotta know, do we have any skiers or snowboarders out in the audience? If so, drop a comment below and let me know where your favorite snowboarding or skiing destination is. I'm genuinely curious. So guys, you see these little orange markers right here? Boom, right there, right there. They're about every, let's see here, 50 yards, 25 yards, roughly. Those are for the snowplows to know where the road is. Later in the season here in Utah, they can get that much snow at one time that it completely covers everything to the point where it's hard to make out what is and what isn't traveled road. Being from the East Coast, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around that much snow, but to me, I think that that is absolutely awesome. I know that there are some people watching that would say, dude, I would never in a million years want to subject myself to that kind of snowfall, but I kind of really like that stuff. Am I weird? I don't know. I embrace it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to our first destination. Does this at all look familiar? We got some manpower here if we have to push. So far, so good? So far, so good? All right, mission successful. So guys, I made a quick pit stop over to what might be a familiar location for some of you, others it might not, but we're here in Park City, Utah at Summit Auto Lab. And well, they're working busy, but there's Clayton, there's Faith. Some of you guys might recognize them from the Stradman's videos, others might not, but I had to stop in here just to connect with other like-minded people. And I really appreciate the opportunity to, well, connect with you guys and just share some conversations. It's pretty cool. Absolutely. And I mean, I was saying like the establishment that you guys have set up is rad. They're pretty busy. I don't want to take up much of their time because they do have a customer here that is waiting to get some wrap stuff done. But it's just cool to check it out. Yeah, it's always fun to make new friends. Definitely, definitely. So I'm not gonna bother them for too long, but they might have a secret location where we're gonna go and rip that thing. So let's get over there now. All right guys, so I just wanted to pop in and say hello to Clayton and Faith, as we had been in touch for a little while on social media, but I didn't really want to bombard into their space, which is very much their private sanctuary, and just start filming. I'm not about that. If it's one thing that you guys have learned from me and following me on this YouTube channel, it's that I really try to put the relationship at the forefront of everything that I do. So I didn't necessarily want to barge into their space and just start filming when I really actually had never met them in person. So we did chill and chatted for probably about an hour about everything that's great about our lives. It's really cool to connect with these kind of people that are out kind of going left when society's going right. Now, a lot of you guys probably are familiar with their shop from that purple color, which is James the Stradman. I've been in touch with James on Instagram for a very long time, and we got to hang out at SEMA for a little while, but same thing, it was kind of an informal setting, and I really didn't want to bombard people with the camera. Rather, I just wanted to chill and chat. What I find in life is that relationships at the forefront of everything that you do lead to a lot more down the road. So that's just a little token of my advice. Now, we're gonna pop out of here, and we're are gonna head on over to Hoonigan Racing Division, which is literally just right up over the road. As I said, we are going to respect their request of like no media or anything like that, and we are not gonna try to get inside, but at least we can check it out. It should be fun. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Hoonigan Racing Division. Now, as you can see, they do have a sign up, and obviously this is not open to the public. I hope that I'm not kind of crossing a line here by just standing out in the parking lot. I do want to say that Hoonigan, to me, is a massive source of inspiration. I know a lot of you guys watch my videos and are inspired by me, and I'm so unbelievably grateful for that, but I have my role models in life too, and Ken Block and what he's been able to do with Hoonigan and his passions in life and turning it into a complete empire is nothing but goals. I remember it was about 8 years ago when I saw Jim Connor 1, and I said to myself, how does this guy do what he does? And there's a big backstory and there's a lot of colorful history to what Ken Block's been able to do in his life, and it's nothing but super inspirational. And I wanted to stop here just to see it for myself, but also bring all of you guys along. So real quick, if you look into the windows, you can actually see the green. So if you guys have ever seen the inside of this building, it's actually full of storage containers, and he's got all of his awesome toys in there. Everything that you've ever seen promoted on his social media, his business pages, anything like that is part way inside right here, and it overlooks the beautiful mountains of Park City right over there. The energy here is just so surreal, being that there's a mind of creative people that have built the futures that they want to live, and they've never let anybody else determine their fate. I just think it's the coolest thing, honestly, ever.
Jesus! He said it wasn't really snowing. It's a gosh darn blizzard out here.
Well, it's safe to say that the donuts didn't go as planned. It was actually really hard to find an area that was, you know, suitable for that kind of activity, if you catch my drift. The potential for the donuts isn't quite over yet, but today is our last day, so we're technically kind of running out of time. If you're wondering about the goggles on my face, well, it's slightly sunny today because it's a beautiful day in Park City, Utah, but we're actually leaving Park City, Utah right now. Not quite to go home, but rather to go to another resort, which is on the other side of this Rocky Mountain ridge. We snowboarded Park City, Utah yesterday, and it was pretty good. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you'd see that there was some snow in the forecast, but come to find out that snow forecast is way too optimistic. They were calling for like 18 to 24 inches of snow, but in Park City, they only received about 5. Whereas over in Snowbird and on the Cottonwood Canyon side of things, they received about 20. So that's where we're headed right now. And we're actually gonna be meeting up with a familiar face to some of you, and he goes by Bug BMX on YouTube. I got to meet Bug out at SEMA this year when we were together with all the other diesel influencers that are on YouTube, and at that point in time we had made plans about rendezvousing when I was in his home state, which is right now. And yes, I'm wearing these goggles for the entire drive because it's very sunny out here. But guys, look at the view real quick. Just soak all of this in. All of it. It's just beautiful. Every single direction, we've got mountains surrounding us and white on the roads. We've got the snowboard loaded up in the back here, and well, we're charted to have a really awesome day. The views out here are incredible, but my visibility is gonna be questionable at best because my windshield washer fluid doesn't seem to work. But we have a clear windshield. This is great news. Gotta improvise. Oh yes, finally some clarity. That is where we're going. Would you just look at it? So what that announcement was just saying is this is the access road up into the Cottonwood Heights area, and then of course the Wasatch Canyons, and this is like the Cottonwood Canyon side of the mountain. We were down that way for Park City earlier. It's actually closed right now. It's been closed since, I don't know, 5:30 this morning. It's currently like 9 o'clock because of avalanche control, because this side of the mountain got that much snow, unstable snow, that night. Look at this, guys. These snowmobiles and sled racks are everywhere out in Utah. Squirrel moment there. So we're waiting right now. Hopefully this clears up soon because, man, there's fresh powder that awaits. But guys, I did also have to mention, Out here in Utah, it is like everything that I love in Pennsylvania times 10 or maybe 100 on steroids, basically. It's everything in a bigger, badder way. The mountains are bigger. Everybody plays harder out here. Everybody's got toy haulers. Everybody's got quads or ATVs or dirt bikes or snowmobiles or diesel trucks or whatever the case might be. I'm just gonna be very honest with you right now and say that, like, I know that I belong here. I'm also gonna be honest in saying I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get here, but I promise you I will get here soon. I'm gonna be moving to Utah. But don't freak out yet, because I don't know when. I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, so a little update on the vlog. There's Alta. This is Snowbird Mineral Basin, and the conditions are just insane. We're here with your boy Bug right there.
Whoa, what is up, everyone?
It is like impossible to vlog up here because the conditions are just like gnarly. I mean, straight up, like I wouldn't even use that adjective to explain them just to make it seem crazy, but
if we don't live, you guys will be lucky if you see this video, let's just say that.
yeah, see y'all at the base because that's our visibility right now. It's crazy. But good news is, what would you say the powder is?
Oh, it's solid. We're having a good time. That's what it's all about.
It's probably straight up like 15 to 18 inches in some areas.
Untouched, fresh powder.
Crazy, and the visibility super sketch, but you can't win them all.
Part of the experience.
Hell yeah. We'll see you guys at the bottom because we're about to go make this a food vlog. Hell yeah. Wow, what an incredible day out on the mountain. I am gonna talk about this day probably for the rest of like my skiing, snowboarding career, because it was just an absolutely mind-boggling day. The winds did pick up, as you guys saw, to like probably at least 60 miles an hour at some points in the mountain. Pretty hair-raising, not even gonna lie, but the amount of fresh snow that we received all day was just one for the books. I think my face is kind of a little frostbitten right now, somewhat snow tanned, but it was well worth it. Dang, dude, I've never seen anything that custom before.
What you call 15-minute fabrication.
Let's peep the powder coat quality on this though. Dang, dude. Yo.
That was chains going into their... What?
Those are chains that were just smacking off of the fender.
That's something I would do for like a 10-minute video. Not, I wouldn't daily like that, no. That was good.
That was good, that was good. That's like one of those moments that you wish that you could catch on video, but you never have the camera.
Yeah, you can't, you don't at all.
Yo, sick Denali, dude.
Work truck, man.
I like it a lot. Ooh, Denali with a flatbed, how can you even argue it? It's like riding a work truck in style.
Right? Hey, all you guys, tell Mr. Jack, send all this powder coat work and we'll make it look fresh.
Out to Utah.
Yeah.
All the way out to Utah.
Beautiful. There's snow, there's salt.
We'll have to just discuss some expedited shipping, and as long as you include the salt, then we're good.
We can do that.
Hell yeah.
I got it.
You got it, bro. Not like that third front flip.
No, that's...
He nailed 2 front flips like mint. The third one,
Yeah, it was very mint.
it's this one right here. I'll show it to you guys right now. It's slow-mo too, so enjoy. Yeah, buddy! But you did crush those first. Thanks, man.
I appreciate it. That was a solid day.
Sick
That was
day,
good.
dude.
Got some nice wind burn. Both of our cheeks are pink.
Yeah, for sure.
good.
Man, this is like one of those days that's like for the books. I was honestly saying, like, I'd be sketched out if I was out there alone, man.
We made it, dude.
Yeah, dude. We did. We survived.
We got to the parking lot.
We did, yeah. And it's like, it's only like 3 o'clock right now, but my legs officially feel like Jello.
I think that wheel is about to fall off, actually.
Yo.
People in Utah just send
There's so many
24/7.
people that should not be up this mountain in their like front wheel drive cars.
Yeah.
This is my last day in Utah, guys. I'm actually jumping a plane tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. at Salt Lake City, so I gotta leave our hotel in Park City at like some unreasonable hour, like 4:30 a.m. or something like that. But Bug, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna cry now that you're leaving.
I know,
It's sad.
I know. It's kind of sad. It's cool that YouTube allows this,
Oh, yeah.
like this kind of
This is what
stuff.
it's all about.
It's neat because like anywhere I go in the US, I feel like I have a friend, you know, and like have a connection, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just like kick it all day, and then it's like, all right, bro, it's not like goodbye, it's like see you next time kind of a deal.